You're running through red lights right in front of me.
You know he needs emergency surgery, right?
So, he's hurt.
On January 17th, 2026, a 13-minute body cam recording built a 5-count felony case from a single stolen golf cart report. Each charge is independent, each tied to a distinct Florida statute.
So what you got?
We usually park it right here every night, and it's gone.
That's the license plate?
Well, that's the license plate number. It's a handicap license plate.
Where did you park it? Right here?
Right here. We always park it right here.
Did you call towing companies?
No. I didn't call anybody.
Let me check. Did you park it where that yellow line was or no?
But now I always know to go between the white line and the yellow line. Or between, maybe you see it above the white line.
You know, let's just try to make sure that it wasn't towed, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. I don't know.
Do you have the keys?
Yes.
What time approximately did you park it yesterday?
What's that?
What time did you park?
Probably around 5 or 6.
PM, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Officer Agliev, Key West Police Department. I was wondering if you might happen to tow some golf carts last night. You have no golf carts. Okay, gotcha. All right, thank you. Worth checking. Okay, bye.
Yeah, they normally don't tow because it has a handicap, but it's, you know, legal to park here. I come out, I'm like, where's our golf cart?
You have your ID with you?
My ID?
Driver license. Did you try to call your rental company? Or it's your personal golf cart?
My personal golf cart.
I see, you own it. Okay.
Yeah. I did text my landlord because sometimes his cameras reach out here, but he's probably not out of bed yet, so he'll get back to me.
Gotcha. Alright, give me a second.
Okay.
You said it had like handicap sign on it?
In my husband's name, do you need his license?
No.
I saw. All right, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
We've got an off-duty fire department here. I think they're advising the golf cart that this guy was riding in just took off. Can you describe it? Did you see the golf cart?
Yeah, the golf cart, he was pulled over right here. It was just one man that was with him.
Okay.
He was here with him. He made sure he had all of his bags and stuff, and then he got in
And just
headed
took
that
off.
way. Yeah, he stayed with me for a while. I'm an EMT, but I was just headed to a different job. So I stopped, talked to him a little bit. He said, oh, I thought he was buckled in, but he wasn't. He fell.
So single rider. Can you describe him?
Just like, oh, you saw him as well.
I didn't see it happen, but I helped get the guy off the
Okay,
street.
yeah, but I'm looking for the description.
He just took off on the black golf cart.
Okay, it's a black golf cart.
He literally just pulled out in front of you guys.
Okay, that's what we were looking
Okay,
at.
it's a
I don't
black
remember
golf
when he
cart.
Black golf. His
Single
name's,
operator.
Yeah, the guy's name is Vincent.
Okay, what does he look like?
He's bald,
White.
Cuban, short.
Black golf cart that
Yeah.
took off from
He
here.
literally just pulled out of
Okay,
here.
hold on, I got it. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He just took off out of here. Black golf cart, Cuban male, bald is the driver, single occupant.
Name is Vincent.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we just okay.
If you need anything from me, I'll help you. I was walking that way. I heard it. I turned around. He yelled to me. I helped him get off the street. And he's like, "We're in this together now." I said, "No, we're not." And
Did you see him fall out of the golf cart?
I didn't see it because I was going that way.
Okay.
All I heard was this tire skid.
Okay. But you know the guy.
I know the guy. I was in jail with him.
Do you know his last name?
I can't remember his last name, but I know his name's Vincent.
Okay.
He's bald, Cuban, short.
And he said he's just a friend. I asked him if it was like family member or friend that he was with.
Okay.
He
I
said
wonder if
no.
he has a warrant and that's why he left.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay. All right, so he's actually the primary officer. I'm his training officer. So
Oh, awesome.
if you have anything you need to tell him,
Okay.
he would.
I just stopped. He's conscious, fine, feels fingers and toes. It's a left.
Go ahead. There's a lot going on here. Sorry. Is Is there any kind of stickers on the golf cart?
It looked like a new golf cart. It looked black. It was shiny. That's all I could. My eyes aren't good.
I'm being told black, shiny, possibly new.
Oh, I didn't give me that. I just got to that. I'm an EMT, so I went and stopped.
The rescue's asking how fast they were going.
I do know it was a 2-row golf cart and then a back, the backwards.
So it had
facing
like a
kind.
3-row. Okay.
Yeah, so I
And it's
assume
gonna be a 3-row golf cart. All right, guys. All right. So yeah, this officer over here.
Okay.
What's that? Yeah.
I was a few cars back, and I decided to stop for it.
Okay. Did you see him?
Yeah, from what I understand, I was walking this way, and the guy that was driving knows me. Okay, so I heard him yell my name, and then I heard tire skid. He stopped here, like he tried to do a U-turn, stopped right there. Apparently, this guy fell out. I saw him fall out, so I ran back, helped him get out of the street, and then he jumped on his golf cart and pulled out right in front of the officer here, like within 2 minutes, and took off that way. Bald Cuban, short, white.
Named Vinny?
Vincent.
Doesn't know his last name though.
I can't
Just
remember his
knows
last
him
name.
from-
I know he was locked up in the jail
Do you
here.
have any idea why he would just leave his friend in the middle of the street like that?
Like she
Warrants,
said, probably a
DUI,
warrant. I don't
yeah.
know though.
Okay.
Yeah, he came
I was
by.
just wondering if you knew.
While I was talking to him, he came by. He had his phone, his charger, his bag, and then he walked away. And he said it's just a ride. They said they were headed to the beach. When I asked him, like, where were you going?
No, I just saw it across.
They headed to the beach.
Makes no sense. Did you get his information?
No, you have an idea?
Yeah.
Drag him off the road, so. Description of the golf cart? Yeah. Golf cart? Yeah. Outline? Yeah.
9/7's got one in custody.
You have the right to talk to an attorney. You have them present with you while you are questioned. You cannot afford an attorney. One will be appointed to you to represent you before any questioning if you will. You can choose
So, but then this is also a stolen golf cart.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought it was.
So he broke his friend's hip, driving around in a stolen golf cart without a driver's license,
Having these rights in mind.
and his friend has to have emergency surgery tomorrow to fix the hip.
All right, well, wish to speak, so
Okay.
no problem.
Listen, this is what's got. He read you your rights, right? Okay, this is what's going on. I mean, I know you apologize for that, and I appreciate that. It means you showed ownership, and a man who showed his ownership. But honestly, God, what happened is, you remember when the guy went flying out of your car? Yeah, I know. He got hurt though, real bad. And what's that guy's name?
Sean.
Yeah, Sean. Well, Sean's arm. So here's what happens when somebody falls out. It's what most normal people do. It's that when they get flung out of a car or get hurt, it's called you gotta get.
I was trying to read.
No, you drove off.
No, an EMT showed up.
But did you drive off?
No, I stayed there and I tried to pick him out of the streets. I got him from the street. The people stopped.
But you refused to call 911, according to the witness on scene. And then when the police got there, you took off.
No, the EMT called 911.
Well, listen. Mostly when people get hurt and your friends, you kind of check on you, stay. You don't continue driving around on the golf cart. That would be considered poor form. Wouldn't you think so?
Yes, sir.
So leaving him, the guy's got hurt. It's not even your golf cart. You don't have a driver's license. You ran a red light. I mean, the guy got hurt from flying out of the golf cart, and then you left. Technically, you didn't render anything.
Well, I told him to sit down.
I mean, this is.
It doesn't matter.
You know what? You're right.
Listen, either way.
Listen, okay, we get it. But this is why we're here. Okay? A series of bad events based on your behavior and your decisions has had. You're in a stolen vehicle. You hurt somebody. You didn't run them over, but they flew out of your car. These are all based on decisions that you made. This is what would happen. If you're in, first of all, if somebody says, hey, get in the golf cart. Me, if I'm you going, I can't, because I don't have a
License.
And then I say, all right, well, I'll sit in the car with you. And then you drive. But then let's say the guy's driving and he falls out. I'd be like, hey, man, let me call, or let me flag somebody down because he's hurt. You didn't do that either.
I did. I waited for that.
You didn't call. You drove away. You didn't even go check on him. You're driving around town. You're running through red lights right in front of me.
You know he needs emergency surgery, right?
So,
He's hurt. He's hurt pretty good.
but that's why you're in cuffs. That's why you're going. I know you feel bad. You want to write an apology letter for what happened. I'm sure Officer Jenny would let you write an apology letter at the jail. Said, hey, I'm sorry, but that's up to you. You seem like a remorseful guy. If you want to do that, she'll give you a pen and paper. You can write up you're sorry for it. That's what men do. You already copped to not having it. That shows something to me that this guy likes to take responsibility because he's a man. So she'll give you the opportunity if you want. You don't have to do it, but you seem like a man. Okay?
Sir.
Appreciate you. All right? You cop to it. Most people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. That you bullet. But no, not you.
I'm 51 tomorrow. It's not
Again?
an excuse.
All right.
And tomorrow's your birthday.
All right. Well, you gotta go. Well, let's check. You have anything on you?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll go up to the front of it.
All right.
Who's coming to get this?
Oh, it's going to be talking about something.
Who owns this one?
67, come on. So loud. Can we contact stand by. Can we contact the reporting party of a Glebe Signal 10 golf cart and let them know that the golf cart is by Old City Hall? And I need to know if they wanted to press charges on that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, we have your golf cart and we have someone in custody who was driving it.
Okay.
So he's going to go to jail. I take it you want to press charges?
Yes, I do, because that was my husband's only transportation.
Excellent. It does not look, to the best of my knowledge, like it's damaged at all. It looks a little sticky, like there's been things spilled all over the seat, but I don't obviously know what it looked like beforehand. But yeah, we legitimately caught somebody driving in your cart. Are you there? Oh, hold on. Sorry, ma'am. You went to Bluetooth. Are you there? Yeah, you went to Bluetooth on accident.
Yeah.
So we're going to take him to jail. We are at Old City Hall. Do you know where Tattoos and Scars is?
Yes.
Okay. It's
do.
the side street. We're right there on the side street, immediately before Tattoos and Scars, if you're facing outbound.
Okay. All right. Is it okay if I come down and get it?
Absolutely.
Or okay. Will somebody be there? Or I'm getting dressed now and I can head right down there.
Scotty, can you stay here until our reporting party gets here? Yes. Officer Standerwick is going to stay here and wait for you. And we're going to take bad guy to jail, okay?
Okay, thanks a lot.
And real quick, I just want to make sure you don't know anybody by the name of Vincent, do you?
No,
Okay. Just want to make sure it's not a friend of yours that you gave permission to drive, but alrighty. Well, we got him for you, and he's going to jail.
Thanks a lot.
No
Okay,
problem.
all
Have a
right.
good day, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So would they steal it out of her driveway?
I don't know. I got to go to Glebe's report and see what that's all about.
This analysis covers each charge, grades every party on the legal record, and draws 3 operational lessons for law enforcement and civilians. Issue 1. Grand Theft. Florida Statute Section 812.014 classifies theft of property valued above $750 as a third-degree felony. Personal golf carts routinely clear that threshold. The charge is straightforward. The owner's on-camera denial of any relationship with the suspect forecloses the consent defense, the only viable path to defeating a Florida theft charge. Actual or implied permission is a complete defense. She confirmed neither existed. Issue 2, and the most serious, hit and run, causing serious bodily injury under Florida Statute Section 316.027 subsection 2b, a second-degree felony, up to 15 years. The trigger is the injury severity, fractured hip, emergency surgery. Florida defines serious bodily injury as an injury creating substantial risk of death, permanent disfigurement, or protracted impairment of a bodily member. A surgically repaired hip fracture meets that standard. The felony classification is not discretionary. Under California v. Hodari D. 499 U.S. 621, flight from the scene, particularly past visible law enforcement, constitutes evidence of consciousness of guilt. Running red lights in front of the responding officer is now part of the evidentiary record. Issue 3. Failure to render aid under Florida Statute Section 316.062. Florida imposes an affirmative duty on any driver involved in an accident to render reasonable assistance. That duty does not depend on fault. Leaving does not transfer it, it criminalizes it. The suspect neither called 911 nor flagged anyone down. An off-duty EMT fulfilled the statutory obligation the driver abandoned. That single act of civilian intervention is also what placed the suspect at the scene through witness testimony. Issue 4. Unlicensed operation under Florida Statute Section 322.03. The suspect admitted post-Miranda that he has no driver's license. Under Section 316.2122, golf cart operators on public roadways must hold a valid license. His own statement closed this charge. Miranda compliance is confirmed on camera. Under Miranda v. Arizona, 384 U.S. 436, 1966, custodial statements made without prior advisement are inadmissible. The lead officer stated Miranda was delivered before any substantive questioning began. The suspect's post-Miranda admissions presence at the scene, partial account of the accident, remorse are voluntarily given and admissible. He did not invoke silence. Under Bergwies v. Tompkins, silence alone is not invocation. He spoke freely. The record reflects it. The lead officer receives an A-. He called towing companies first, integrated witness testimony, confirmed Miranda on camera, and contacted the owner to foreclose the consent defense. The minor deduction reflects a coordination gap when multiple sources reported simultaneously. The trainee officer receives a B+. Correct conduct within the training dynamic, appropriate secondary role acceptance, and chain of custody responsibility for the recovered vehicle. Limited independent decision-making visible on camera constrains the grade. The suspect receives a D. 5 statutory violations from a single sequence of events. Post-arrest remorse and voluntary cooperation are relevant to sentencing mitigation, not to the charges. The D reflects accountability acknowledged too late to change the legal outcome. The off-duty EMT witness receives an A. He rendered aid the driver legally abandoned, provided specific identification, including the suspect's name and description, disclosed his prior acquaintance without concealment, and remained cooperative throughout. His intervention resolved the case. The golf cart owner receives an A+. Clear report, immediate callback response, explicit denial of consent, and affirmative decision to press charges all on camera. Her cooperation foreclosed the consent defense and completed the evidentiary foundation for arrest. 3 lessons from this encounter. 1. The duty to render aid is not discretionary. Florida Statute Section 316.062 runs independently of fault. Leaving the scene does not remove the obligation, it converts it into a separate felony adjacent charge. Every second of flight extends the statutory violation. 2. Post. Miranda voluntary statements carry permanent evidentiary consequences. Invoking the right to silence costs nothing and is constitutionally protected. Speaking freely after Miranda is a choice one the suspect made, and one that became part of the prosecutorial record. 3. Eliminating the benign explanation before escalating is foundational investigative discipline. The first call was to towing companies, not to patrol units. That sequencing built an airtight probable cause foundation before a single arrest decision was made. At the time of this analysis, charge disposition remains unknown beyond the on-scene arrest. Based on the statutory record, the suspect faces felony exposure on at minimum 2 counts grand theft and hit and run with serious bodily injury, with 3 additional misdemeanor charges. The on-camera record is strong. Miranda confirmed, voluntary admissions obtained, reporting party cooperative, consent defense foreclosed. The prosecutorial position entering any charging decision is well supported by the evidentiary record alone. Let us know in the comments which interaction or legal topic you would like us to cover next. Thank you for watching, and check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for more police interaction and courtroom content.